Hello YouTube. So I was in a very interesting match last night. A match where our Juno ended the match with 33,000 healing. Just want that to sink in for everybody real quick. I didn't even know that was possible. And also we lost. I thought it'd be interesting to VOD review that match, but from the Juno's perspective, just to see like if there was anything I would personally do differently. I started the match off as Mercy, but I had to quickly switch. I don't know, I just thought it'd be interesting. Before we get into the match itself, I wanted to go over the stats. First of all, I have a lot more deaths than Juno. That's not great, especially because Kiriko has a lot more escape and save yourself abilities. Both of us, me as Kiriko and also Juno, have way less damage than we should, in my opinion. Our healing numbers kind of made up for it. You don't want to make up for damage with healing. 12 kills, not the worst for Kiriko. I do have more than the other Kiriko, but also could definitely be higher. I would love to have seen at least 20 kills on Juno, especially when the tank and other DPS were almost hitting 50. I feel like these stats are pretty fine. Definitely think 11 deaths on Orisa is a little high, just a smidge high. Widow is almost negative. If this Widow was even slightly better, we probably would have had a lot of a harder time with this match. So yeah, now that you've seen the stats board, let's get into the actual replay. Alright, so we're gonna spectate Juno, see if there's anything that I would have done differently.
Plan to win. Or expect.
I don't think it is just her fault, but at the same time, we shouldn't be in a position where we have 33,000 healing. I'm trying to change my POV. I'm not used to this. Okay. Don't VOD review often. Okay. Alright, first of all, probably should have opened with damage instead of healing, because, I mean, Orisa's not taking damage right now. Orisa takes a lot of damage in this match, but right now, she's not, so we could be doing some damage. Could have already torpedoed. Oh, there's a torpedo. Yeah, having to heal through the Discord orb. I do eventually switch to Kiriko in this match, I think maybe the second half. I probably should have switched a little bit earlier, because Mercy and Juno just, we were not able to save anybody really. Like, it was just healing, and not really being able to do damage. I mean, A, because Mercy can't really do damage, and B, because Juno, her healing is not as intense as like a Suzu would have been, because I feel like Suzu, to get rid of the Discord orb, stop a little bit of immediate damage, would have been really helpful. So maybe that's just all we needed in this match, a character switch, but it's hard to say. It's good. Yeah, here is around the time where I started to be like, something isn't working, because we were in this one team fight for so long and Orisa was just not healing up at all, it felt like. There were definitely moments where I was healing when I probably should have been boosting, but just overall the fight was like there. I switched over to boosting a little late. That was a good ult. I would have ulted there too. I mean, not really much of a choice. I feel like I probably would have shot Orisa too, because I was gonna say to prioritize damage to the backline, but she was kind of low there. I don't know. I also don't know fuck about shit, so I was in this match on the losing team as well. Whoa, she just shot at nothing there for a sec. A little bit of a panic. Me too, though. Good torpedoes. Oh, this Bob was really just unfortunate. Oh, God. It's hard to say what I would do differently, like, other than just switching off of Juno. I don't really know what else there is to do. Because the two tanks are kind of just fighting each other, and nothing's really happening because they both have supports on them, and the DPS aren't. I don't really know what's happening with the DPS, but their DPS dies sometimes, I think. Our DPS die a few times. I'm honestly not sure if their DPS were dying. I'm just so focused on... Okay, then look, their DPS died there. Hmm. Ooh, interesting. Oh, that was good at least. See, the only reason we won that fight is because the tank finally died. But if there hadn't been an ult, she probably wouldn't have. So maybe it would have been better to go up top with Soldier and do damage up top to the backlines. That probably would have been better. Throw some torpedoes from up there and then finish him off, you know? So I do notice that this Juno is very, I don't want to say passive, but maybe passive is the right word, where they're not playing very aggressively, and I guess the opposite of aggressive is passive, so. But I feel like we absolutely need some more aggression from our team to just be able to push forward. I think? I don't know. I probably should be boosting there. Okay. Boosting the Juno? That's... Sure, me. We'll take it. Probably would ult here to just help us push forward. Because we're all like so scared of dying. And one of us did die. Was I able to get that rest? Oh, good job, me. For some reason it looked like it went off the edge. With seeing the red, my brain keeps thinking they're enemies. I'm like, oh my god. That was good. I think Orbit could have been a little sooner, but we won the fight, and that's all that matters. Yeah, see here, I don't think Orisa needed to be healed. At least, like, not immediately. Just a little bit of damage, a little bit of healing. A little bit of damage, a little bit of healing. Because, like, I'm also there too, and if anything too extreme... Ooh. See, this is good, this is good. Getting a little aggressive, and then backing off for a bit. We could go back up. Hanzo is fine, he does not need healing right now. Okay, I was gonna say I hope he takes that to back out, but I was on him, so it's fine. See here, see, I'm on payload. Juno could definitely be pushing up. Good torpedoes. Orbit, there we go. Get the Zenyatta. Oh, that's unfortunate. Or Bjorn. That's annoying. She's panicking. Oh, that was a panic. I know sometimes panicking and pressing all the mobility buttons isn't a good idea, but when you're in this situation where you just gotta try some. Don't die with an ability. If you can help it. Shooting to make sure the security camera gets some healing. Those little, like, balls on the ground, I thought that was a trap. I was like, there's a Junkrat. Yeah. Get the supports. Oh, no. I would throw a speed ring here just to make everyone a little more evasive. There we go. Oh, okay. So we got it to the end. Losing as a team effort, there were definitely things that I could have done differently. I was just very intrigued to see how we got 33,000 healing, and I'm definitely seeing how. And I wish we didn't have to get 33,000 healing. I wish that wasn't an option. I tend to feel like if you have over 15,000 healing per support, something is going wrong. Because that means the fights are going on a little bit too long. And it also might mean that you're heal botting and not getting enough damage in, especially if your damage numbers are not keeping up, which neither of ours were. Especially mine because I was Mercy, but I tried with Curie, but even with Curie it was pretty hard. Okay. Already, Arisa is just having a tough time. I personally would have left Hanzo to me, like, made Hanzo Kiriko's responsibility, and just try and be a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, I should have backed out a little more efficiently, but I don't know. Right, now we have a Cassidy. Still have a Hanzo. Right now, Arisa, her health is kind of fine. I would have orbited. Excuse me, I would have orbited as well. Oh, got a little lost for a sec. Yeah, I think in that instance, Juno was very confused. Or overwhelmed might be a better word, just because there was a lot happening and all people kind of on all sides. I don't think she should have been worrying about me / Kiriko. I think she just focused on what was in front of her. And I have a Suzu if I really need it. I just disappeared. Oh, I can teleport. I was like, where did I go? Here, don't need to be healing. Really don't. Ooh, that was tough. Yeah, I meant to Suzu earlier. I was like, oh, I'm not taking damage, so I'm gonna be fine. That's because the Juno was taking damage. But I don't know if that would have even really helped. It's hard to say in hindsight. That's unfortunate. Okay, so they switched to Lifeweaver. Okay, they're doing a little bit more damage as Lifeweaver. Because I don't need to be healing Orisa right now. Neither of us really need to be healing Orisa, or only one of us needs to be doing so. I feel like they switched to Lifeweaver to try and get more healing in, which is, I think maybe possibly problematic. I don't think more healing is what this team needed at all. Maybe some more utility, not necessarily healing. But definitely not just more healing, period. It's good. Well, that's tough. I'm surprised that Moira didn't turn. Uh-oh, got stuck on a wall. Oh. I hate when that happens. I don't really know what I would have done, because I was kind of talking to myself, and I'm not going to go back, but I definitely... Okay. Waiting for tank. It's good. Tree here, tree, maybe, tree would be good. You're, okay. A little late, but it was only a few seconds, so we'll let it slide. Good damage. Orisa's gold. Okay. She didn't I thought she was just gonna keep on keeping on with that healing, but she paused a little bit, so that's good. Popping everyone up. Not too bad before the fight starts. Doing some damage. You're learning. Very good. Give me a little top up, please. Thank you very much. Woo. Okay, that was good. I'm glad she didn't use life grip there. That's tough. I was gonna say maybe she could have used life grip there, just honestly to just provide a meat shield, but that would have cost us a lot of space, so definitely maybe not that. Which is why I didn't say it. But I'm just letting you know that I had that thought, so we're on the same page. It's a flying Moira. There we go. Definitely could be a little bit closer up to be providing a little bit more aggressive damage. There we go. It's a little better. We hear a Moira over there. I know Cassidy's on her, but not up until this point, nothing much was happening up front. It probably would have been better to go shoo away that Moira with the cast, possibly get a kill on her. That would have been good.
Life protects life.
I honestly don't think we needed tree there. Maybe we did. I don't know. So I just feel like they were all kind of pushed back, like they hadn't really pushed up quite yet, but preemptively placing the tree probably kept them back a little longer, so. Won't yuck your yum. Ooh. Oh. Okay, life grip. That, yep. Oh, that's kind of tough. At least it didn't interrupt her ult, but it. Ooh, don't stand still. What are you? I think maybe brother just gave up, and that's fine. No, it's not fine. How dare you? I think we could have held that for a little longer. We definitely, that was winnable, I think. Just a few little missteps, probably on my part as well. I might go through and VOD review my point of view as well. I don't know if it would be interesting to see the same gameplay from two different point of views, just because, like, it's the same game. We know what happens, and we know the situations that occurred. But I'm also curious to see what I could have done differently, because I know that there are some things I could have done differently. VOD reviewing is all about learning experiences. Right, we're staying as Juno. I'm sliding? I didn't... Can you push people? Like, can you push teammates? I thought you couldn't do that. Getting on some. Some good speed. Opening up, healing. Don't need to do that. I'm trying to think of what I would do. I don't really know how you would get to high ground on Juno. I don't know if you can quite jump up that far, but I think high ground would definitely be useful to just seeing who's where and... Ooh. I probably could have Suzu'd that. I bet I had my Suzu. And if I didn't, I should have. Nothing was happening. At least not much. I don't know. Zarya is so tough. Zarya is one of the few tanks. Okay, so you can, with the flight ability, you can get up. Okay. Zarya is one of those tanks I genuinely have a hard time knowing what to do against, because you can't really shoot her. No, it's not that simple. Or maybe it is that simple, but... I have a hard time betting against her for a reason. Okay, this is really good. Yep. Ooh. I thought that was good at first, and then something went a little bit wrong. Ooh. Okay. I would torpedo here. Just because you're gonna get it again by the time you have to start actually engaging again. Saving ult here is really good, I think. They're not quite pushing yet, and it wouldn't be super helpful at this moment in time. I probably didn't need to Suzu that. Get the Widow, get the Widow, get the Widow, get the Widow, get the Widow! No, finish the Widow! Oh my god, that stressed me out. Okay, I like having 2 on payload right now just so it moves a little faster, so I'm not going to complain about her not playing super aggressively. Yeah, I probably could have Suzu'd that. I think I did. I didn't realize that was how that C9 went. That was kind of tough. I don't think it was really anybody's fault, any one person's fault. Just unfortunate that I happened to die because I was kind of being the one on point. Everybody doesn't need to be on point. When the one person that is on point dies in overtime, it's a little tough, especially since we were all so close. And I did actually think that the tank was on it, but I guess not. Probably would have shot some torpedoes from the top right as the game opened, though also that would have been kind of risky because there's a Widow, so might have not been a good idea to do so. Just again, with not enough people are really taking damage to kind of justify heal botting at this time. I mean, the Pharah is low, but I feel like because she's anxious about the Pharah being low, that she's just healing the other teammates who aren't missing any health. As compensation, but it's not really helpful. I mean, the Pharah, she's being aggressive. If she dies, it's not really. It would maybe be Kiriko's responsibility, but definitely not Juno's. And I feel like the player is spending a lot of time worried about the Pharah and not really focusing on what she can do because she can't heal the Pharah. I mean, maybe she could have followed her in. I don't think that would have been a good idea, though. But if we're talking about all the options... Ult. Yep, might as well just use it. We're in overtime. Ooh, that was really good. Did we win this? I swore we lost, but I guess we won. I really swore that we lost that one. Good job, us. That was a shocking turn of events. Well, maybe we needed 33,000. Never mind. Bad reviews over. But yeah, that was definitely interesting in my opinion to see how we got to 33,000 healing, and we definitely did. And I definitely think if our DPS or tank had been just slightly worse, and maybe I as Kiriko or Mercy did just slightly less damage, it would not have been a win. Because one thing about heal botting is heal botting keeps your team alive, but it doesn't actually do anything against the other team. If your team can't secure kills, keeping them alive is not going to do anything for the team. Your tank could live for the entire match, but if they're not able to secure a kill, you're defending, you're going to have to fall back. If you're attacking, you can't push forward. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Since it wasn't a loss, I don't think we would really gain much from me VOD reviewing myself, but I could also do that just to see what I can improve on. I'm currently sitting at Plat 3. I think I was Plat either 4 or 5 in this match. Hope this was interesting to watch.